Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Tutorial Help Course. Today we will discuss the third part of this chapter. So friends, if you like my channel then please subscribe and hit the bell icon to get more and more videos and their notification. So let's start. The 1905 Revolution. Russia was an autocracy. The Tsar was not subject to the parliament. The year 1904 was a bad one for Russian workers. Prices of essential goods rose so quickly that real wages declined by 20%. The membership of workers the membership of Workers' Association rose dramatically when four members of the Assembly of Russian Workers were dismissed at the Pulilov Iron Works. There was a call for industrial action. Over the next few days, over 110,000 workers in St. Petersburg went on strike, demanding a reduction in the working day to 8 hours, an increase in wages, and improvement in working conditions. When the procession of workers led by Father Gapon reached the Winter Palace, it was attacked by the Polish and the Cossacks. Over 100 workers were killed and about 300 wounded. The incident, known as Bloody Sunday, strikes took place all over the country. Lawyers, doctors, engineers, and other middle class workers established the Unions of Union and demanded a constituent assembly. During the 1905 revolution, the Tsar allowed the creation of an elected consultative or Duma. The Tsar dismissed the first Duma with 75 days and the re-elected second Duma within 3 months. He did not want any questioning of his authority or on reduction of his power. The First World War and the Russian Empire. In 1914, war broke out between European alliances, Germany, Austria, and Turkey and France, Britain, and Russia. This war was known as the First World War. In Russia, as the war continued, the Tsar refused to consult the main parties in the Duma. The First World War on the Eastern Front differed from that on the Western Front. Russia's army lost badly in Germany and Austria between 1914 and 1916. There were over 7 million casualties by 1917. As they retreated, the Russian army destroyed crops and buildings to prevent the enemy from being able to live off the land. The destruction led to over 3 million refugees in Russia. The war also had a severe impact on industry. Russia's own industry were few in number and the country was cut off from other suppliers of industrial goods by German control of the Baltic Sea. Able-bodied men were called up to the war. Railway lines began to break down. As a result, small workshops producing essentials were shut down. Large supplies of grain were sent to feed the army. For the people in the cities, bread and flour became scarce. By the winter of 1916, riots at bread shops were common. The February Revolution in Petrograd. In February 1917, food shortages were deeply felt in the workers' quarter. The winter was very cold. There had been exceptional frost and heavy snow. On 22nd February, a lockout took place at a factory. The next day, workers in 50 factories called a strike in sympathy. In many factories, women led the way to strikes. This came to be called the International Women's Day. The fashionable quarters and official buildings were surrounded by workers. The government imposed a curfew. On Sunday, 25th February, the government suspended the Duma. Politicians spoke out against the measures. Demonstrators returned in force to the street. The police headquarters were ransacked. The street thronged with people raising slogans about bread, wages, better hours, and democracy. The government called out the cavalry, but they refused to fire on the demonstrators. An officer was shot at the barrack of a regiment. By that evening, soldiers and the workers gathered to form a Soviet or council in the same as the Duma made. This was the Petrograd Soviet. On the next day, military commanders advised Sir to abdicate. Sir abdicated on 2nd March. Soviet leaders and Duma leaders formed a provincial government to run the country. Russia's future would be decided by Constituent Assembly elected on the basis of universal adult suffrage. Thank you for watching this video.